An old woman walked into a dentist's office, took off all her clothes and spread her legs. The dentist said, "I think you have the wrong room." "You put in my husband's teeth last week," she replied. "Now you have to remove them." A man hires a hooker and they go back to his house. The man says, "I have never had a 69 before." The hooker says, "Okay, let's try that." They get into position and she farts. The hooker says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what's gotten into me." She goes into the bathroom to freshen up. She comes out and gets into position and again she farts. She says, "Sorry, I don't/t know what's gotten into me. Let me go freshen up." She gets into position again and she farts. She says, "Sorry, let me go freshen up." The man says, "Don't worry, I don't want 67 more of those." 3 words that can ruin a man's ego. Is that all? Bubba and Leroy were sitting on the front porch of a trailer house. Leroy says, "Bubba, you and me are bestest buddies. If you was gone hunting and I had sex with your wife and she had my baby, would that make us kinfolk?" Bubba replied, "I don't know, Leroy, but it would dang sure make us even." Mom said, "Joe, can I have a shower with you tonight?" "Yes, honey, but don't look up." When they got in the shower, Joe looked up and asked, "What is that, Mom?" Mom said, "It is Tokyo." The next day the same thing happened, but this time he asked his dad. When they took a shower, he looked up and asked, "What is that?" "It is a huge dinosaur." That night he asked both his parents, "Can I sleep with you tonight?" Sure, they said, so they all hopped in bed and Joe looked under the covers and said, "Oh no, the dinosaur is attacking Tokyo." A couple was creating new password and the girl said, "My boobs and Hispanies," and it replied, "Sorry, not long enough." A 96-year-old man is pleading with the doctor for a lower sex drive. "Surely you're imagining things," says the doctor. "You're 96 years old. Isn't all the feeling for sex just in your head?" "Yes," replies the elderly man, "that's why I want you to lower my sex drive to the place where it might do more good." Q. What's the difference between a voyeur and a thief? A thief snatches your watch. A chicken and an egg are lying in bed. The chicken takes out a cigarette and begins to smoke. The egg, pissed off, takes one look at the chicken, rolls over and pulls the blanket over him and says, "I guess we answered that question." What's the difference between "u" and "a"? About 3 inches. Girl, can you use Mountain Dew in a sentence? Guy, yes, can I mountain to you? Q. Who's the most popular male at a nudist colony? A. The one who can carry a cup of coffee in each hand and a dozen donuts. A truck driver was driving between towns on a country road when he spotted a gorgeous blonde hitchhiking. He stopped without hesitation and she climbed into the cab, showing mountains of cleavage. 2 miles further down the road, he got a flat, pulled to the side of the road and got out to inspect the tire. He was fiddling around with the wheel, when the blonde opened the window and shouted down, "Do you want a screwdriver?" The driver replied, all smiles, "Might as well. I can't get this fucking hubcap off." A guy hires a hooker and brings her to his hotel. The hooker is in bed ready for action, and the guy starts undressing. The hooker begins to laugh when he drops his boxers and asks, "Who do you think you're going to please with that thing?" The guy responds, "Me baby, me." What's the difference between a genealogist and a gynecologist? A genealogist looks up the family tree, a gynecologist looks up the family bush. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.